2022, the FIA announced that cars would now be rolling on 18-inch wheels, far larger than 13-inch wheels used prior.
Hello and welcome to ERL round number 10 this evening for Italy, for the Temple of Speed Monza, or the Autodromo Nazionale Monza circuit at the Monza Park, of course, which is one of the highest speeds circuits on the calendar. I'm joined with Spray, my co-commentator. How are you this evening?
I'm once again alright.
That is brilliant. So we've got Red Bulls out on the circuit then, for, I think they're the first two cars out, if I'm correct.
Yes, you're right. So that is Ross G and... There's one Red Bull tonight, right?
Yeah. No, there
Red
is.
Bull.
Lewis is the first driver actually out on the circuit, so that was a bit of a mistake.
Right, so just before we do head into the hot laps, I will go through the championship standings into round 10. After the Chinese Grand Prix was Nice Job, who is now the new championship leader. I believe the first time he's taken the championship lead since Imola. I'm not 100% sure on the facts, but I do believe that's correct. 127 points for Nice Job, which is 30 more than what Patrick has at the minute. Elliot sits third in a close contest with Danny, with 1 point separating him on 64 and 63. Rounding up the top 10 goes Appledorf, Oscar, Max, Robbo, Spandon and Skizzo. Regarding the constructors' standings, it is currently AlphaTauri who sit top, 207 points for them. Ferrari are in second with 155. Aston Martin sit on 99 in a close battle with Alfa Romeo, sat on 94, and the rest of the top 10 cover are Williams, Mercedes, Haas, Alpine, McLaren and Red Bull.
Yep. So, obviously, well, Nice Job leading the championship standings, obviously, so far this season. By, you say 13 or 30? 30 points. So that's alright. He's got quite a cushiony lead then, coming into this round then here, as Ross becomes the first retirement of the afternoon. Any tips for who you think will take this win?
I really the nice job. I'm actually watching Lewis G's lap right now, and he looks really good. I've never seen him race him before, but he looks very fast.
Yep, also on board with the Williams driver. He does look fast, as he will now head out of the Ascari chicane down towards Parabolica then, and only got obviously the one final corner to negotiate. Keeps it nicely within the track limits there, and will come across the line, and that's a very good, decent, solid lap time, to be fair, to start the weekend.
That was a really quick lap.
Yeah, 120.0, pretty much dead, so yeah, that is a very good lap.
Next car in line. It's actually going to be just short of it, 3 tenths for Neil. I was going to watch Oscar coming to the second sector. He's not purple, into Ascari. He's got a Ferrari ahead of him. Shouldn't impede him that heavily. Out of Ascari, onto the back straight. Ferrari moves out the way. Elliot goes quickest, just by, what is that? 3,700 or something? I don't know, 3,300
yeah.
I think. Oscar out of the Parabolica, driving to the line. He's almost out of fuel. Could this be a provisional pole? Yes, it is. 19.5. Maybe Lewis's lap wasn't as good as I thought. It looked really clean.
Well, that certainly was a very good lap for him, over half a second, or was over half a second clear, as then Porsche then closes up in his AlphaTauri. Does have a Ferrari behind him who's just started a lap, but that's no problem, as he goes through the runoff then road there, through them bollard sections, where all the, boards are and all of that stuff, where Vettel took out them boards in 2020 with that famous, well, not famous lockup, but It's pretty spectacular lock-up it was, after he had some brake failure, I think it was, or something, which probably would have been pretty scary at the time. But anyway, on the lap with Kotus, the current Ferrari driver then, as he will head down towards then the Ascari chicane, and has a car just to the left, a little bit maybe in the way, may have just disturbed his vision of the corner a little bit then there, but negotiates then the Ascari chicane pretty neatly, and will come then in towards Parabolica then through the final corner. And pretty much this final corner is just, well, about being a little bit patient and not being too greedy on the exit, and will come across the line and goes P6, which isn't too bad. Puts him obviously inside the top 10 and ahead of Neil, who currently is the slowest driver on the track with a 120.3. So currently only, 8 tenths or 9 tenths separating the top 7 at the moment.
Let's just see what Takak's lap time. This will be provisional pole by just 2 tenths in a second. I was watching his lap. Very clean for the Ferrari driver, celebrating with a Tifosi this weekend. Nice job on a lap on the medium tyre, so this will hopefully try and put him inside the top 5, but he is only on the medium, so it will not be a fully representative lap time.
No, it won't be fully representative, but for the drivers that are out there, there's already 4 retirements. So considering we only got 17 drivers, the worst they're going to start is P13, which isn't too bad, and Nice Job has invalidated that lap, so definitely won't be anything representative right now, unfortunately. And I think it'd be Appledorm next to start his lap time in the McLaren. And obviously, he's been a pretty decent driver actually this season, Appledorm, to be fair. Besides maybe the top 2 drivers of Nice Job and Patrick and Oscar, Appledorm's been there and thereabouts. Same with Ali as well. He's been pretty good this season overall. So in towards the first or second chicane. Not really too sure what this chicane is actually called. And then into these 2 corners. Not really sure what these 2 are called either.
You on board with Appledorm?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at the 2 Lesmo corners that are. Coming down just into a star. He was purple in the middle sector while we were watching. Middle sector, not purple, 52.9, keep it in 6. Gets himself back on the power. He could actually do that section flat if he could just do so. 8th gear driving out into the Parabolica. He's going to drop it into 5th gear, a little bit of brake just to get that car fully turned in on the power, take it to the white line and drive to the inside of the finish line. Could this be provisional pole? I think it will be. Oh, just short for Appledorm, but superb lap.
Yeah, that is a very good lap time indeed for Appledorm with a 1:19.4. So what do you think the pole lap time will be? Anyone into the 1:18s?
I see it going to a 19 flat, or maybe just short of that. Maybe
Fair
a 19.1. I think 90 flat is doable.
Yeah, definitely. Indeed, probably is doable. Not the most easiest circuit to really navigate your way around. Obviously, you would think it's easy, but, well, it is easy if you... It's not easy to find speed, that's what I'm trying to say, around here. Obviously lots of... It's quite old school, so lots of areas, if you make a mistake, going to be punished for it, as Sir Waffler, I think, is the next driver on a lap then, in his Haas, and first sector, not really too sure what he done for first sector, but nonetheless, through then the second of the 2 Lesmos, and then down then towards the Ascari, has got no one in front of him exactly. There is a car a little bit up the road, maybe down this straight might get a toe, but I think it's too far back for that, really in truth, to be gaining anything from there. So nonetheless, we'll head into the Parabolica for then the final corner, and runs then the car to the line and tries to take the least path of rolling resistance and goes P8. Not bad job from Sawafla then in the Haas, and I think nice job has just begun a lap. If you want to take us away on that, or unless you're watching someone else.
Let's have a look at what's it called? The championship leader. That's the word. Puts it into the first chicane and into the Curva Grande. Get a look of the first corner, to be completely honest with you. But as he drives to the end of the first sector, he is a pole of 26.327. Not sure what this corner is entirely cool, but I know he's about to head into the 2 Lesmo corner. He's going to drop it into 5th gear. I'm going to suppose a little bit of brake full on the power. Drops it into 7th. He's going to drop down into 6th gear or 5th gear. Rear wing open out of the 2nd Lesmo. He's going to drive down the hill and up into the entry of the second sector for the Alfa Tauri. He is not perfect with the 53 flat so far for Nice Job. Keep it in 6th. That is how you need to take that chicane. Full flat for Nice Job. Coming and now onto the back end of the Parabolica. Skill 35% battery to be used. A little bit of brake. Tries to get that car turned in. Lewis goes also 19.3. What's it going to be for Nice Job? It is going to be a competitive lap time, but will it be the 19s? You know, 19.6 for Nice Job, but Lewis goes very quick.
Yeah, a bit off. A bit off the other championship protagonist, Patrick, who's gone to the top.
Patrick goes quicker. He's got a score to settle now.
Yep, he does. Obviously, last week in China, to be fair, he could have actually. Had a decent result there, but made a pit stop error, which cost him obviously a lot. Hopefully he doesn't make the same error twice within obviously a week. So that'll be his, I suppose, aim for this evening, and to try and catch up a little bit more in the championship. Obviously does have the potential to probably win the championship, and with Nice Job looking a little bit off the pace, well, he is going to be certainly looking to claim back a few points this evening. Then here in ERL, has got Kev King on then a lap going through then the 2 Lesmos. So far done a 19.8 for his first run, and not sure if this is actually a competitive lap. Hasn't got much ERS, but does seem like he's pushing. Even though we'll go and find out where his middle sector is. It's 1 second down, so that's not going to be much of an improvement. Anyone actually on a quick lap? Loop. What about Lewis? Maybe Lewis is. So Lewis might be on a hot lap then, considering his battery is at 76%, so yeah, I think he's probably on his, this probably
could
his
be
final
his
run.
final lap of the session. Will be a bit of a push to get back into the pit lane, but through the Curva Grande, he's not pole and he's 2.5 tenths down. I think he may back out of this lap, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
Which he is doing.
I mean, I would have done the same.
And by the way, the 2 chicanes, like the opening corner is the Retafilio chicane, and then the next chicane after that is Della Roggia, which actually sounds very familiar.
To be fair, I should know these corners, as I followed Ferrari for 5 years.
This week, so you should have fun with those ones. I believe you know them all already now.
Pretty much, yeah.
So this Silverstone for you next week. I won't be here, unfortunately, so we will have cover.
Silverstone is pretty much, I think, the easiest track to know corners on, only because it's home race for us. But yeah, I should know these corner names better than I do, considering I was a Ferrari fan for 5 years, following Sebastian Vettel, 6 years actually. So, nonetheless, Wim Porsche then has started his probably final lap then in this qualifying session. as he heads then down into first corner, which is Ratafilia, you said, or Ratafilia?
Yeah.
Ratafilia. Then through the Curbe Grande,
Oh, he's going to back out.
and he's backed out. Yep.
I was going to say, he's also using the same number as me. I think we've got a repack. Same car, same number. Don't know how to see that.
Number 30.
Yep. Don't know why I chose 30, to be honest.
To be fair, if I revealed why I chose the number 71, yeah, it's a pretty sad story, actually. Well, it's not a sad story. It's more like superstition, you know.
I've only ever won one championship, and I don't remember what car number I was, so to be honest, it's not great. And so I've only ever won 3 times, and that's all in the same car number, but I don't know what it was.
I'm definitely never going to take the number 5. That's Vettel's number as far as I'm concerned, or Mansell's.
Well, we've got a few cars leaving the pit lane for the final running of the session. Let's see if there's going to be any traffic paradise into the Parabolica. This track, mainly known for qualifying, with its audaciously terrible traffic coming up into the final corner. A lot of queuing to build yourself that gap. There's a lot of heavy braking zones in this circuit, so there's a lot of a chance of impeding. So you do have to be careful of making sure you go out the right opportunity. I think Vin is going to do that right now. He's going to go while there's no cars out, or at least no cars that can be able to block his lap time. He's going to go a bit earlier, so the track time will not be fully up to temperature, but he's still going to be able to get a clean, undistracted lap. So if you want to go on board with him at the minute, you can. Well, I'm just going to keep on board with Takax, and nice job when they get to the line.
Yep, sure. So this is his second lap on this set of tyres, so ultimately they might be a little bit, well, rubbed in, and that sometimes can be a good thing and a bad thing, because obviously when you have a bit more worn tyres, you know, you can actually find sometimes a bit more grip, and he has improved by 0.2 within the first sector. So this would currently put him, well, up there into that pole position region for Vin Porsche as he heads then into Ascari and is improving by 0.3 of a second. So this currently is going to be the pole position time that they're all going to have to go down and chase then here in this qualifying session, as he will find then the Parabolica, the final corner to navigate on his final run with 8 seconds of qualifying remaining. So by the time he gets to the line, that'll be the qualifying session over, and he crosses the line now and takes the provisional pole position.
Yeah, but it's not over yet. Takax does go a tenth quicker in the first lap. Also, Kostic can validate his lap even before he got to start his lap. So one Ferrari driver in the hunt, the other at a minimum of P10. Nice job, 0.2 up in the first sector. This is going to be very interesting. Takax purple in the middle sector also. He's also going to get a bit of a slipstream from the car ahead. Lewis puts himself in second place. Kimmelborg, nice job. Tell me what his middle sector is looking like. But Takax 2 tenths up, looking to set under the 119s or 19 flat across the line. It's going to be provisional pole to Takax. It's going to be a 19 flat. That is the time to beat for nice job, and he is not currently doing it. Only 1.5 tenths improvement, and that is essentially his lap over. He's going to see himself maybe move up to 5th place. This pole position will go to Patrick.
Yeah, so it does look like Patrick has taken the pole then for this one, and nice job will come across the line now, and it's only going to be 5th for the AlphaTauri driver. Meanwhile, Appledorn hasn't improved on a lap, and obviously Vin Porsche did cross the line apparently just in time to do an end lap, so he comes back into the pit lane now, and that is then qualifying over with Takax Patrick on the pole position, followed by the AlphaTauri of Vin Porsche and not Nice Job, who would have been probably, you know, the expected of the 2 AlphaTauri drivers to be on that front row. So, top 10 then for qualifying. We have Patrick in first, Vin Porsche second, Lewis in third, Oscar fourth, nice job in fifth, the championship leader, Appledorn in sixth, Ali in seventh, then Kevin King in eighth, and Sawaffler in ninth, Kotos is in 10th, and Neil is in 11th, with Kavolis in 12th, and he was the last driver to set a lap time within this qualifying. The non-lap time finishers, we have Charlie, who will start 13th, Demac in 14th, then Danny in 15th, and Ross and Robbo in 16th and 17th, rounding out the back of the grid. So that is then qualifying session over, and we now move into the race. And this probably should be a pretty easy one-stop, I would have to say.
Yeah, extremely easy.
Probably even softs, mediums, or medium softs.
I suggest the soft medium is the strategy to go with.
Yeah, obviously going to be a key race for Slipstream, of course. Cars certainly within a second are going to benefit from a tow and from a Slipstream. Fuel-wise, probably one of the more tougher tracks, especially if you're not like in a tow. So that can be something to watch out for, is the fuel levels. Not sure if we're going to get a safety car today. So, do you think we'll get a safety car?
I suppose there will be.
At least one. Usually there's one anyway, or two. Hopefully no more than two. That'd be the ideal race. So just wait then for the drivers to make their final adjustments, and then we will go racing at the Temple of Speed. Then, I think there's a formation lap on, if I'm correct in saying.
Yeah, there will be.
So, obviously drivers set about on the formation lap, and let's have a look at the tyre strategies of what everyone has decided to go and do. So the top 9 have all gone for mediums, then all the way down to Sir Waffler. Then Kotus in the Ferrari have gone for the hards. Then we get a little bit more of a split strategy selection with Neil on the softs. Then we got Cavolis mediums, Charlie on mediums, Demac has selected to go softs, Danny on the mediums, and Ross on the softs with Robbo on mediums. So yeah, bit of a split strategy at the back of the grid. I think probably the biggest one that stands out there for me is the fact Kotus is on the hards. So he's definitely looking to go deep and long into this race, definitely making it a one-stop with those tyres. The other drivers certainly looking for a bit more speed out there, but yeah, it'll be a very interesting strategy race, well, at least at the back of the grid, but with the top 9 on mediums, should be pretty even at the front. So drivers will make their way onto then the final straight and towards the parabolica, and then we'll line up on the grid, and then it'll be over to spray for the lights out. Then for this Italian Grand Prix at Monza.
As everyone just lines up on the grid all the way back to 17th place? Jeez, that's a bag of list there. 17th place, Robbo in the Alpine, or the fresh medium compound. Ross 3 is actually going to be the last car to line up. So Patrick on pole in his home Grand Prix, Porsche in second, trying to do his teammate a job here in getting ahead of the Ferrari into turn 1, but it's going to be the most chaotic turn 1 of the season. Nobody likes turn 1 Monza, especially the person leading on pole position. We are missing a car. Where is Oscar?
He's still on the formation lap.
He can't be.
I am not sure. Unless he didn't go around.
But he's using his battery. I think he's racing.
I am not entirely sure. See, currently it's still saying lap 0. The only theory I've got, he didn't actually go around on the formation lap. But then he's Tasse 1 lap hold. I don't know.
He's gone round already. He must have. Charlie is retired. I believe it's going to be a restart session because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a restart session.
Well, that was interesting. To be fair, I've never actually seen that glitch before. On that one, where one car leaves the grid and everyone else is still stuck. That was interesting. Anyway, might as well end the stream and then, you know, restart it.